This is the first tutorial to get the grid in front of us created. We will be focusing on creating a basic grid with some columns and some rows. To begin, we'll start with a blank HTML page. And in the HTML, I'll put in a div, which is going to act as the div for the grid. I'll just give it some basic width and height. And I'll also give it a border so we can see it on the screen. Okay. There is our div. I now want to get some JavaScript into my code. I'll just copy this piece down here. And then inside tutorial start, I'll put in my code. I'll put in a self-executing function. Cool, that works. I now want to look up the div, but I must do that after the DOM has finished loading. Cool. And I need to give an ID to my div so that I can look it up. Cool. And I need to create a blank grid options. And then pass that into HGrid. I forgot to include the script for HGrid, which I'll copy from down here. Okay, this is the JavaScript for the grid. Then I include two CSS files. This one is mandatory. It has the CSS for the core structure of the grid. This one is optional. It's one of the themes. If I don't include a theme, then the grid will just look as black text and nothing else. So with that in, the grid should show. Okay, now the grid is showing, it's just that there's no data or columns in, so it's blank. I can now take off my green border because I'm happy that the grid has been loaded correctly. Okay, let's put some columns in. Now the columns are an array of objects. Now let's put some data in. Again, that's an array of objects. So I'll put in two people objects. Excuse me. I'll put in 4. then for the columns I'll specify which field each column is associated with. So this is the name, which will be Niall, Eamon, Brian or Kevin, and then the role will be either developer, manager, or musician. Okay, that should do it. Cool. Now I haven't specified a theme for the grid, so that's why it's all just black text and white background. So I'll go back and specify a theme. And that's a simple grid.